Hey, hello everyone. My name is Katalina Szewczyk and I am one of the writers and teachers at the Alexandra Writing Center. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about procrastination. Firstly, why is procrastination so common, especially among creative people and writers? So you need to remember that any kind of creative work or art is technically a non-essential in the sense that we won't die right away if we don't do it. It would be pretty difficult, you have to admit, to procrastinate eating dinner because at some point you're going to get so hungry that you're going to go make it whether you want to or not. And now because art and creativity, of course, I feel are completely essential to our soul, but they're not technically essential to survive today, it's very easy to put it off for later, right? And we know how tomorrow becomes next week, becomes next year, and then things just get pushed off forever. The other reason that creative work is such fertile ground for procrastination is because engaging in creativity means we're doing something a little daring, probably new, maybe unconventional, and that simply is scary. We are hardwired as humans. Part of our brain is simply wired to avoid uncomfortable emotions. So we need to be proactive. We need to realize that resistance is going to come. We're going to make up excuses, whether valid ones or less valid, as to why the writing can wait today and it can wait until tomorrow. Now, in our procrastination workshops, we go in depth with all these things. Today, I want to talk about two interesting tools, two really useful tools to deal with procrastination better. They work really well for me and they work for a lot of writers that I know as well. The first one is micro goals. So a micro goal is exactly what it sounds like. It's a very small goal. So a micro goal could be, today I will write for 5 minutes. Or today I will work on my new poem for 7 minutes. It's up to you to decide how you want to do it, but usually something under 10 minutes will make it feel very attainable, very safe for most people, and that's what you want in a micro goal. Now, the point of a micro goal is, in my opinion, twofold. Well, threefold. Firstly, of course, it gets you doing the thing, which is the most important thing. It gets you writing, even if it's just for 5 minutes. The second thing is that it gets you past that big barrier, which is starting. Because a lot of the tasks we do where we have resistance, the most difficult thing is to start. You know how it is. Once you get going, it seems much easier, but it's the beginning which is tricky. So the great thing about micro goals is you can start, you can write for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and if you get into it, great, you can continue, or you can stop if you don't have the time or you don't have the energy. That's fine too. But it gets you past that barrier of starting. The fantastic thing, the last thing I want to mention about micro goals, is that when you do them properly, in the sense of you set them and you accomplish them, it really helps to build trust with yourself. So, in my opinion, the silver lining of goals is not just setting a goal and reaching it. It's the fact that when you set a goal and you accomplish it, you're building trust with yourself. You're really telling yourself and the world, look, I said I would do something and I did it. They're not just empty words. I actually went and accomplished this. So if you're someone who has been talking a lot about writing, but not necessarily doing it, or what any other creative or project or any type of project that you have been talking about but not actually doing, you may have eroded some of that trust with yourself. So setting micro goals and checking them off, getting them done, can help you to build back that trust. The next thing I want to talk about, the second tool, is accountability. Accountability is so useful. I highly recommend that you engage in a writing group. Now, writing groups are great because you can meet, talk about your struggles as a writer or your successes, support each other, critique each other's work, which is super valuable. And also you can add an element of accountability to your writing group. And what that would look like is simply everyone in the group, whether you meet once a week or once a month or whatever your rhythm might be, you tell each other, you say it out loud, you write it down. Okay, this is what I want to work on for the next month. For example, my writing group, we meet every month. So we tell each other, this is what I'm working on during the next 4 weeks. And it might be 1 point or 2 or 3, but you've said it out loud now. You know that other people know that this is what you want to accomplish. And that creates that sense of accountability, that sense also of external motivation, where you don't want to disappoint the people in your group. You don't want to disappoint other people who know that your work is coming. And so you're even more likely to get it done and push past that procrastination. Of course, accountability can also be found outside of writers' groups. You can also simply buddy with a friend, whether they are doing creative work or not, and decide, okay, let's meet once a week. Let's meet once every 2 weeks and hold each other accountable to the projects that we want to accomplish. It's a very, very powerful tool. Personally, I've been tapping into accountability buddies and accountability groups easily for the past 6 or 7 years. It's really helped me to get a lot of projects done. Thank you. For now, that's all from me. Let me know what you think about this, about the micro goals and about accountability. And I would love to hear also, what are the best strategies that are working for you right now when it comes to procrastination? What's working? What did you think might work but actually didn't really pan out very well? It would be great to hear more from you. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Take care.